What's up, guys? It is JTB here, and welcome to the 7th episode of the Cambridge United Road to Glory 2.0. In today's episode, we are finally in the Champions League. You guys remember from last episode, end of the season, fought for a good top 4 spot, and we were able to get it. This year, we're in the Champions League, and who knows how that's going to go. So, one player that I've decided to bring back from loan will be Jackson Fletcher. Sent him out on loan last year. He was scheduled to be on a 2-year loan, but figured we need to bring him back for the year. Same goes for Ethan Hull. He will be joining back. Just need a good rotation left back. And joining the team from Real Madrid from Morocco is Noussair Mazraoui, 72 million. I think it's a very good signing. It's just a matter of he's not the greatest defensively. He's very good going forward. However, defensively is where he kind of is not the greatest, so we'll just kind of need to put development plan on him, hopefully improve that area. But to help him with his defensive inefficiencies will be another player I'm signing from La Liga, Gabriel, 92.9 million, joining us from Real Betis. Very good defender, also 29 years old, same as Mazraoui, so should be hopefully a good right back, center back pairing. Declan Marsden will be going in a 2-year loan move to Troyes over in France. Theodore Vogt has been sold to Levante United, even though I said he was going to be a good player for us in the future last episode. George Rainey has been sold to our little rivals Peterborough for 2.1 million. And our youth scouts, 5-star, 5-star scout is heading to England for 9 months. 5-star, 4-star going to Scotland. And our final 5-star, 4-star going to the Republic of Ireland. So at the end of the transfer window, ended up spending just under 165 million, obviously buying Mazraoui and Gabriel, and sold 2 players for just under 5 million. So we are really starting to make some big money moves because we are now we're a legit big team. And in the Champions League, we have been drawn in Group G, which honestly might be the group of death. So obviously there's Piemonte Calcio, us, but then also Frankfurt and Fenerbahce. A very well-rounded group. It's going to be tough, but I think we should be able to make it out. And we are starting off our Champions League campaign by traveling to face Piemonte Calcio. Lineup is as follows: Fletcher's in goal, Hugh, Gabriel center backs, Mazraoui and Spencer outside backs, Martel's the defensive mid, Archer, Nicholson center mids, Cordoba, Anderson the wings, Morales up top. Here are the highlights.
Poor attempts at a pass, really. And continues his run, but a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. And he's in. It has to be, surely. And a goal, it was. And room now out on the flank. Oh, he looks threatening. Opportunity to deliver the cross. Is it going to be? There it is! Short corner. And the cross didn't beat the first man. Tremendous ball played through. Can he keep his composure? And the keeper's in trouble. And still a chance. And a goal! Could be threatening, but really sticking to their task defensively. Well, they know they need to stop him. And a chance to level it. Oh, there it is! Rabiot. Well, there's been a lot of speculation as regards this transfer and whether it would go ahead. It's finally been confirmed, Stuart.
Well, I think it's a good move for him. He has great ability, but needs to be...
Oh, look at this, Stuart, an opportunity! And there it... Good work to win it back high up the pitch.
Well, the hosts have completely bossed the game in the last 15 minutes, creating lots of chances now, and you'd think if they do get another, it's going to be tough for the opposition to find a way back into this.
In position, a goal!
So a 4-2 loss is definitely not how you want things to go or start. This could be a bit of a reality check, but at the end of the day, it is still just one game. In the next Champions League game, we would lose to Frankfurt 2-1. And Eric Martel would suffer an injury in that game. He's tore his hamstring. He's out for 3 months, which is definitely an issue, as he is our starting defensive midfielder, and we don't really have any replacements for him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We ended up beating Fenerbahce 2-1. Pierre Verhagen will be going on a 2-year loan move to Roma FC. Really good youth academy player. He has potential to be special. It's just with Cordoba and Anderson at the club, he really doesn't stand a chance of getting any playing time. So just loan him out and he'll come back very good. And we beat Fenerbahce in the second game 2-0. Drew against Piemonte Calcio. Won Manager of the Month in the month of November. And we have the most important game of this series potentially. So the way that things currently stand in the table, the only way that we can get through is if we beat Frankfurt. A draw, they're still ahead of us. A loss, they're still ahead of us. So we gotta win. We gotta clutch up. And we're doing it with a new style, a new identity. So obviously Martel is out, so we don't have that defensive mid. Back line is still the same as it always is. But the midfield 3 is now very different. So it's a flat 3 with 3 center mids in Archer, Martinez, and Nicholson. Nicholson is kind of playing as that center mid to pretty much be a playmaker and just spray the ball all over the pitch. He's one of the best passers in the league. I think he's like 84 passing. I mean, an excellent passer. So we just need him to kind of sit back, spray it all around, and Archer, Martinez to attack on the dribble, make some plays. Anderson and Cordoba are cutting inside, looking to score goals. Morales trying to score goals. I hope this will work. Let's find out. Here are the highlights.
Expect from him today, Stuart?
Well, his recent form speaks for itself. 3 goals in the last 3 games, and he's playing with great confidence at the moment. Every chance he could add to that tally today.
Oh, lovely incisive pass. And a goal!
Excellent so far. They've worked hard, they've been organised, and they've played some great football. But they just have to keep it going now.
Archer. Morales with it. Oh, what an opportunity! In it goes! Azraoui. And Morales. Gabriel. Oh, fine use of the ball. He's in with a chance. In it goes! He's found a pocket of space. Crossed accurately towards the far post. Morales. Will it be? In it goes! It's with Martinez. Mazraoui. Moving the ball effectively, looking for the right moment. Will he play it in? Surely! In it goes! And that could be the... Danger averted for now. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. Anderson with it. Is this the moment? In it goes! Well, delighted to say, more Premier League action coming up for you here on EA TV. It's Cambridge United taking on Newcastle United. Can he take the chance? And it goes! As a contest. Williams. Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. Well, far from the ideal header. And the goalkeeper had it all the way. Williams. Oh, big opportunity. Oh!
Well, they've played well today, haven't they? It's been a tough group, but they've certainly delivered when it mattered most.
Tremendous ball played through. with Williams. This attack looks highly promising, but quick thinking defensively. Cordoba. Can he take the chance? And a goal! It's a perfect challenge. And there it is!
9 goals scored in a Champions League game. Like, this isn't like we're facing, like Salford City in the Carabao Cup or FA Cup tie against Walsall. 9 goals scored. They scored 2, but we scored 9. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with this tactical formation and identity because it seems to be working out pretty well for us. In the Premier League at the halfway point, we are currently sitting in first place. Now, this means absolutely nothing because last year we were sat in first place and ended up finishing in third. So, a lot can still happen. And in the Champions League, we were obviously able to go through thanks to that win against Frankfurt. I don't know why in the world we are not first in our group. I mean, we have more wins, better goal difference. It purely has to be because of losses, and I think that's pretty stupid. So in the round of 16, we will be drawn. We've been drawn against FC Barcelona. Obviously, they are still a very good team, and I end up facing them a lot in these Road to Glories. In the first leg, 2-0 victory. 1 manager of the month in the month of February, so add that to the trophy case. And now it's time for some big Champions League action, traveling to the Camp Nou to face FC Barcelona. Lineup, we're sticking with that 4-3-3. I mean, it works so well, and hopefully it'll give us a chance to use kind of our own possession-based style to upset and destroy Barcelona, who kind of take pride in the fact that they birthed this new sort of style. Here are the highlights.
Mazraoui. Plenty of room in the wide area. Will he find the net? And a goal! De Jong. The room to roam on the wing. But quick thinking defensively. And the referee spotted the foul, but has played advantage. Beautifully disguised ball. Chance here. A goal here. Nicholson. And a tidy ball. And back with Martinez. Now with Morales. Nicholson. Might be a chance here. And it
place in the last 4. What a game that should be. It should be really tense, it should be dramatic, and I'm looking forward to it.
Possession 1. Intelligent threaded pass here. Can they convert? Chance maybe. Oh, chance take. Archer. Nicholson. Cordoba. Here's Morales. Well, he might be onto something. Can he keep his composure? And there it is!
So a 4-1 win, thanks to 2 goals from Morales, goal from Cordoba and Archer, will send us through into the final 8. But in that game, Matthew did come on as a sub, and he did break his tailbone, unfortunately. So he's going to be out for the next 5 months. Definitely a player we're going to miss. He is pretty much our backup defensive midfielder, so if we ever have to... I mean, I really use him as just a backup defender, really. So yeah, round of 16 beat Barcelona 6-1 on an aggregate. In the quarterfinals, we've been drawn against Piemonte Calcio, who we just faced in the group stages, and they got the better of us. But in the first leg, we beat them 2-1, and now we have a chance to get the better of them. Lineup is the same as it always is. Here are the highlights.
A chance maybe from the wide position. Must be brilliantly blocked. And that is going to be a free kick. Passing. They're really pressing their opponents. Dusan Vlahovic. Fruitful looking attack. Oh no, it's in! To win it back. This looks more than decent. Good tackle. Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Oh, in for the chance! Oh, yes! Well, it petered out. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. It's a neat move. Archer. Really good interception. No danger here as he runs at them. Big chance! A goal! Festival of attacking football. 5-3 on aggregate. Beating the defender. And a goal!
So a 3-3 draw means that although we didn't win the game, we did win the tie. Hat-trick from Archer, he was unreal today. So yeah, quarterfinalists beat them, Piemonte Calcio 5-4 on aggregate, and have been drawn against Atletico Madrid, who, even though I did a road to glory in Spain, and I've done multiple road to glories, I've never really faced Atletico Madrid, so I really don't know how that they will actually play, you know, how do they play in FIFA? I know how they play in real life, but that does not always translate to FIFA. Example, Liverpool. So in the first leg, we were able to beat them at 2-1, and we do have an issue heading into that second leg. Gabriel picked up a yellow card in that game. He is now suspended for this second leg, which could be very costly because he is by far our best defender. But life goes on, and we're hosting them at the Abbey Stadium. Switching things up a little bit, obviously you need to account for we need better defense, so 4-3-3 holding. Martel starts at that defensive mid position, Nicholson off the bench. Reed is replacing Gabriel at that center back spot. Doing this because we needed more defending, otherwise things would not work for us. Here are the highlights.
Bellingham. On the ball, Joao Felix. Aurélien Tchouameni. Delivered into the box. Opportunity here. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Well, it petered out. Archer. Tremendous ball played through. A goal! And snuffing out the danger. Spencer. Intelligent threaded pass here. And a goal!
So a 2-1 victory thanks to 2 goals from Cordoba mean that we will be going through 4-2 on aggregate to face off against PSG in the Champions League final. PSG are always an interesting team to face because you never really have any clue how good they are, because You know, Mbappe is probably going to be their starting striker, but other than that, they could have a completely different team. You just never know because they're over in France. You never really play them. Our new Martinez, however, quite comically, will be joining Atletico Madrid once the transfer window opens. He hasn't been starting for us, obviously. There's no reason for him to be. And now he requested to be transferred, so I decided to sell him. Atletico Madrid were the first team that wanted him, so he's going there for $36 million. Toner is joining the team from the Youth Academy. 88 to 94 potential. Should be pretty good. Duncan Weil should be pretty good as well. Same goes for Logan Johnston, Charles Manning, Ezra Cairns. But none of that really matters, because it's time for the Champions League final. Now I will say, FIFA, you know the Champions League final is obviously a huge spectacle. So why in the world would you host it at an unscanned stadium? It just does not make sense. Like, I have no clue what country I'm playing in. This could be Uzbekistan for all I know. We could be playing in Ukraine, Russia. This could be a random team stadium. This could be the Italian national stadium. I have no clue where we're playing. But I know it's where PSG are going to lose. So yeah, looking at the road to get here, we both had pretty tough roads. I mean, we faced Barcelona, one of the best teams in Spain. Piemonte Calcio, one of the best teams in Italy. Atletico Madrid, another one of the best teams in Spain. PSG faced Man U, Real Madrid, and Marseille. So it's been a tough road to get here. PSG are lining up in a 4-3-3 flat. Donnarumma in goals to be expected. Same for Marquinhos, Hakimi, Mbappe up top. Grealish is honestly quite surprising to me. That midfield three, interesting. I mean, Tielemans, that doesn't look that great. Like, don't get me wrong, they are still in the Champions League final, but I'm not really that scared of this team. And we're matching that same 4-3-3 flat with our lineup of death. I mean, that midfield is one of the best midfields in the world. Our wings are unstoppable. Morales is unstoppable. Defense is pretty good. Goalkeeper's pretty good. So this should be an interesting final. Here are the highlights.
Committed challenge. Archer. And that's a well-timed pass. He's in position. Oh, there's... He's not going to be best pleased with himself. Morales. It's a weighted pass. Oh, good vision. And there it is! A 2-goal! Being pressed and pressed high. Throw-ins given. Oh, in with a chance! And it goes! Hakimi. Mbappe with it. Douglas Luiz. Showing a real will to win the ball. And he's through here. A goal!
Yeah, so athletic.
Now with Morales. Can he take advantage? What a lovely...
Back of the net. That's a poor effort.
Pogba. And the referee doesn't hesitate. That is a spot kick. And on the back of that decision, now it's a caution.
Well, it's a tight call, but in the end, I think he's got it right. A penalty and a yellow card.
And a chance maybe to settle this. Goal! Taking aim from the spot and finding the target. look difficult for the keeper at all. A wide attempt. Promising looking ball. Well, he likes to run at them. And a fine cross. And a goal to seal that.
7-0. It's not even the fact that 7. I mean, this is a Champions League final. This is supposed to be the second best team in the entire world. 7-0. Excellent job by the boys. Fully deserving of our trophy. But, wow. We crushed them. I think it is pretty much due to the fact that they had similar formations. We just have better players. I mean, that midfield is unstoppable. It just works beautifully. Going forward, stopping Mbappe from running in behind, that's a pretty good strategy. And we've won it all. Well, we won the Champions League. We did not win the Prem, ended up finishing in second. Didn't win the FA Cup, got knocked out in the semifinals. Didn't win the Carabao Cup, got knocked out in the quarterfinals. But the only thing that really matters is that Champions League. We won, beat PSG 7-0. So Morales was the top goal scorer this season with 31. Anderson and Cordoba both had 20. Archer just behind them with 19. Archer led the team in assists with 13, tied with Cordoba. Anderson had 12. Mazraoui had 11. So from that right back spot going forward, like I said, he's going to be very good. It's just that defensively was always a concern, but didn't actually matter that much. So overall managerial career, we've only been at one club and we won one trophy our entire time being here at Cambridge United, and that just happened to be the Champions League. So I don't think this has ever happened before in a road to glory where the only thing that I've ever won is the Champions League. Very interesting road to get here, but it was a good one. So now we're just going to take a look at the squad. I mean, Anderson and Cordoba on the wings together have been lethal for us for like 4+ seasons now. Archer in the midfield, the best signing I've ever made. Signed him on as a free agent. He didn't have like any special potential, but he just took off from there. Fletcher's been solid in goal. Mazraoui and Gabriel, perfect signings that we needed this year. Morales has been a solid striker ever since he joined the club. Nicholson really found his role in the team this year, pretty much. I think he might be the most important player for us this year. Martinez was a very good center midfielder. Same goes for Reed at that center back position. Spencer and Martel, I mean, Spencer played the entire year, but Martel was very good. He really helped push us over that hump to kind of push for that top 4 and eventually get into the Champions League. Dyed Hugh was a very good center back for us all year. Martinez always had a complicated relationship, but when it was working really good. High was a very good goalkeeper for us last year. So yeah, this is the final look at this honestly interesting team. Like, I really didn't think we would win the Champions League with an 82 overall center back or an 83 overall left back or an 84 and 85 overall center mid, but we did it. I mean, the system really that I thought of just messing around, thinking of stuff, might end up being a staple for me. Like, having that central midfielder that can just pass the ball to anywhere else on the pitch with 2 very good on the dribble outside center mids around him. I mean, I really like this formation and probably expect to see this at some point in the future. But yeah, guys, it is now over. The Champions League has been won. Cambridge United Road to Glory 2.0 is over, which just means 3.0 will be starting tomorrow, same time that this came out. Hope that you guys did enjoy this series. I enjoyed it a lot. And now I just can't wait for the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. And it is JTB signing off.